Powell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I truly applaud the courage from the members of the panel that are here with us today. Thank you for being here. The courage of a mother, my colleague, Representative Japayal, who is, with her words, truly touches each and every one of us. And David Cicilline, who has been fighting every battle to ensure that we finally protect every individual regardless of gender identity or whom they love. This is the United States of America. Equality is equality. And I have to say that every time I come to this committee and I sit through hours of hearings, whether it's passing universal background checks bill, the Violence Against Women's Act, I hear from my colleagues across the aisle things that make absolutely no sense. And I just wonder if these comments are based on fear, is there masculinity being threatened? Are they scared that all of a sudden, by passing the Equality Act, their favorite sports team is going to lose to some female sports team that now has males that are pretending to be women so that they can participate in female sports? It makes absolutely no sense. I can tell you that I'm very proud to represent a community where our motto is one human family, and that is Key West. We have elected our mayor back in November, who is openly gay mayor. We have a police chief who is openly gay. We welcome over 450,000 tourists who are members of the LGBTQ community. Our rates of violence are lower than any other community in Florida. I am proud to represent Key West. We should all learn from that community what it means to be a member of one human family. And since I hear a lot of words from my Republican colleagues about fear, bad actors, I'm going to talk to them on terms that maybe will grab their attention, and that's the economy and money in their pockets and what it means to lose businesses or employment opportunities if we discriminate against our brothers and sisters from the LGBTQ community. I would like to, Mr. Chairman, ask for unanimous consent to include on the record the list of companies that are endorsing the Equality
Without objection.
Act. ADP, American Airlines, Bayer US LLP, Booz Allen Hamilton, Choice Hotels International, Cisco Systems, Deloitte LLP, Diageo North America, Ernst & Young, Google, Hyatt, IKEA, Intel, Lyft, Marriott. The list goes on and on and on. So it's not just a social justice issue. This is an economic issue. So maybe that will bring attention to my colleagues across the aisle. So to that effect, I would like to ask some questions for Tia Silas. Ms. Silas, according to the Human Rights Campaign 2019 Corporate Equality Index, 93% of Fortune 500 companies have non-discrimination policies that include sexual orientation, and 85% Fortune 500 companies have non-discrimination policies that include gender identity. Why are businesses proactively adopting explicit LGBTQ non-discrimination policies?
Thank you for the question. So I stated a little bit earlier that it really is around access to skills that allow our business to thrive, and the fact that we have, at least 500,000 in my space technical jobs open, and so we need to care about skills. I'll also touch on something else I haven't been able to speak on, which is why a company would care about protections beyond the four parameters of our wall. So thinking about things like housing and credit. And for IBM, our particular story is one where we understand that if we're only concerned about protections within our four walls, then that puts us at a competitive disadvantage in recruiting people. I often reference we did, my predecessor, a guy by the name of Ted Childs, led during an era where we were really progressive around the recruitment of minorities, Hispanic, Blacks into our Westchester, New York area. It was important for our headquarters. We found that while we were fairly aggressive working with HBCUs and incredibly successful in recruiting people, that when we went to relocate them in the Westchester community, that they were unable to get access to things like housing or credit to get a car. And we had to go out into the community. We were one of the founders of an organization called WRO so that we could advocate for holistic and 360-degree fairness and equality for our employees. So we've learned throughout our 100 years, right, that it is important for us to care about what we can control within our four walls, but we rely really on you, right, to ensure that there are protections across state lines and beyond employment.
Thank you, Ms. Ellis. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.